How did it feel getting that interception senior day? Obviously, pretty cool moment, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy. I just thank God for it. I mean, it's been long overdue. He's been having me wait for a while. I've been blessed to be able to be out here for so long and then finally capitalize on the play.
How much, it's an obvious question, but how much was this win needed?
I mean, a lot, obviously. Going back-to-back weeks without a win, something that hasn't happened to us in a very long time, but just all the guys coming together for senior night. I mean, it's huge just to be able to come out here and do it for each other. That's what we've been preaching all week. We just wanted to have fun, and tonight was a very fun night on the blue.
What's with the
hat? I got the fan to give it to me, trade for my gloves, so appreciate that, fan. Shout out whoever did it.
The defensive effort, man, and I mean between you and Jeremiah, I mean, I don't know why were you guys so effective tonight turning the ball over?
I mean, we emphasized it all week that that's what we were going to do. We're going to come out here and go out with a bang on the blue, and me, obviously Jeremiah, seniors, to be able to go out there and make these plays. Also, all the other guys who were flying around today just shows how much we love our seniors and how much we want to do it for Bronco Nation on the blue for our last time being able to do that. So, capitalized.
What did you see from Jeremiah just with his knack of getting to the ball tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it since he's got here. I mean, it's showing up now, and obviously you got to talk to him. He's going to give all glory to God as well. It's just patience in his process and everything that he's been through, and being able to get those plays is huge especially for a guy like him.
Just how quick did you have to make that move on your interception?
Yeah, I mean, I seen it was coming. That's a little bit of film study right there. We knew it was coming, so and he gifted it to me. So thank God.
Can you take us through that? I mean, it clearly looked like you saw that.
Yeah.
You read that. So maybe even take us back to the film when you saw it or whatever and how it played out.
Yeah, I mean, we knew those specific plays were coming, especially with who they had in the backfield or specific times. So we keyed in on that and, just instincts going in. We've practiced those plays. So seeing it, I'm coming down. I knew that I was going to go make a play, and he gifted it to me.
Don, you've been a fairly durable player throughout your career. You missed a couple games earlier this year, and I mean, being your final year, what perspective did you get during that short little run, and to stand here with arguably the best game you've ever had in 49 career games? I don't know, just what does it all mean to you?
I mean, it's a blessing to be able to be out here and stay the course. Obviously I've had a long time here, going through a lot here with a lot of different guys. Just trusting the process and trusting, my plan. I knew that God was going to bless me. He's been blessing me. I had to sit out a couple of games. That was hard, obviously, missing a game on the blue. But he gave me this game, so I knew that I was going to go out there and capitalize on all the opportunities that I had, and just all glory to God for giving it to me.
We talked a lot about what happened 2 years ago this week, and you guys just found a spark and an energy to focus on the task at hand, and then you eventually won a Mountain West title. What provided the spark and energy this week for you guys?
I mean, just the brotherhood. We all love each other so much. We hate to see each other down, and obviously losing is going to put frowns on guys' faces. Guys will be sad, but just being able to have every moment that we have, capitalize on it, like I was saying before, just we get an opportunity, we want to make the most of it, and that's what we did.
How are you guys kind of looking at just, you want to win your 2 games and hopefully you get some help, but I mean, how are you kind of just looking at where you guys sit and still being alive here?
I mean, we've been in this situation before, and we were just saying the same things, just finish, control what we can control, and that's going out there and giving maximum effort as many times as we can. And we get the guaranteed 2 games, bowl game, but obviously we can see how things shake out, and we'll be in that championship game again like we were a couple years ago, obviously last year as well. And then we get the moment, just go out there and do what we do.
Do you kind of know who you're rooting against, or are you kind of just going to find out where you stand, or what?
We just going to kind of let it fall, see what happens, and then we get blessed to be in that game. We'll go out there and capitalize.
After that first drive on defense, you guys kind of regrouped and ended the first half, I think, with under 100 yards, I want to say, total offense against you guys. Just talk about the way you responded from that first drive.
Yeah, we knew penalties were hurting us early on. Obviously, that first drive, they got a whole lot of yards just straight off penalties, and Coach Chin's brought us in and just said, everybody calm down. Obviously, it's a big game. Everybody's emotions are high. Just do what we do at practice. Come out here and just trust each other, trust the calls and everybody, and, that's what we did.
Did you You guys have to have a similar call in the fourth quarter after they got a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, we knew what it was. Just going out there and just being ourselves, we had to just calm down in the moment. Obviously, we were up big at that point, and you know how we had it a couple years ago against them, so we couldn't let that happen again. Obviously, they got the onside and everything, so everybody just kind of toned it down a little bit, and just capitalized on the plays that they had.
Okay, good job.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Max, as far as this week, obviously a little more normal from a weather standpoint tonight. Did it feel better out there just to be able to have the conditions be less of a factor, and obviously you were throwing the ball a lot more?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What was it like to kind of know coming into this week, knowing going to open it up a little bit and have a chance to throw the ball more, and just how excited were you to have that opportunity when it came tonight?
I was, I'm always ready for anything that happens. I was happy that, like he was saying, the weather was permitting and we were able to take some shots, and I think that helped the run game out a lot and just kind of freed everything up.
That first drive, getting some passes completed and getting the ball down the field, just how did that help build your confidence for the rest of the game?
A whole lot, It helps you go out there and be like, all right, I'm just playing football. Just it's what I do every day at practice, and just those simple, easy completions and then taking a shot, like those things definitely calm me down.
Is there anything, obviously Greg mentions the weather, but anything in your approach this week or anything in this game in particular that you felt different about than the last 2 weeks?
I don't think so. Nothing I can put a finger on. Just, I can feel, myself growing. I can feel, the guys continuing to come around me and within each other with all these injuries that are happening. But I think just week to week, I can just see, myself and the whole team just keep progressing.
You mentioned growth. Obviously, got thrown in a tough spot there against Fresno State, having to come in the middle of the game like that. How much have you grown the last 3 weeks?
I think a lot. I think there was a bunch to learn from that Fresno game. There's a bunch to learn from last week, and there's a bunch to learn from this week. And all you can do is just keep growing.
Spencer made it pretty clear after last game, he wanted you guys to be on the attack more, feel like you were on the attack more. How did he establish that with you, through you, whatever this week?
He just was saying just to be me. He keeps saying, I think he probably said it at least 100 times, to be. Don't become, just be. And, that is literally just going out and running the offense. When a shot's called, see my key and don't be afraid to let it rip. That was another motto in the QB room, was just let it rip this week.
I know I asked you out there or whatever, but different setting here. Like I said, you're the first Idaho kid to start and win a game for Boise State in the FBS era. As a kid that, came here and watched these guys, what does that mean to you? What impact do you think that might have on, some Max Cutforth that's 10 years old running around out there right now or whatever?
It means a lot. And, after we talked after the game, I started to think about it a little bit more, and just thinking about all the things that I try to do for, I've been training youth quarterbacks last spring into the summer, training youth quarterbacks because I know there's not a whole lot of help around here, and just giving them hope and just trying to give back a little bit. And it is very, it's very peaceful, and I don't know. It's good to know that, that it's showing and those kids are looking up to me, and I'm happy for that.
How much have you heard from, friends that you haven't heard from in a while over the past 2 weeks, and kind of what have they been saying?
There's been a lot of people that have been hitting me up, and it's good to hear from them. You start to, you graduate high school, you move on from, different lives and whatnot, and it's always good to hear back from them, and it's like nothing ever changed. Like, they're just saying there was never any doubt that they believe in me, and then it's always good having that support.
How fun is it to put up 500 yards of offense?
It's awesome. It is awesome. I remember looking up when it was 220, what was it? 255 passing yards to 254 rushing yards, and I was like, that's pretty sweet. That's what you look for in an offense.
We've seen out of Sire the last couple of weeks. I mean, I don't know, he seems to be playing like his best football of the season.
Yeah. Like I was saying, like I think the whole team has just been growing week to week. You know, and I've truly have felt it is just the more you play, the more you see, like it just starts to click. And I think that's happening for Sire coming, you know, he's been having a really good couple of weeks, and he's just got that killer mindset in him.
What were some of the changes you guys made offensively to have so much more success? Obviously, San Diego State and Fresno struggled to move the ball. So what changed this week?
I think execution. You know, I think we just handled it better. I think execution. I really think that's a big part of it.
Obviously, I mean, you wanted to be QB1 at this level forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
What have you learned over the last 2 weeks? I know we've asked you about learning and stuff, but just like, what does it mean to be QB1 to you now and truly deal with the highs and the lows and all that?
Yeah, it's good to have a good support system around you. You know, my mom and dad are outstanding. I got a bunch of close friends, and you know, parental-like figures that you know I rely on. Now. I can't wait to go out and hug my parents, and you know, see all those people. And when it's high, and then the same thing when it's low, I can't wait to go hug them. And it's good to have that support system around me.
To get a win for the seniors going out, final game in the blue. What can you say just about those guys and how they represent this program?
That part almost makes me the happiest about this win. You know, just looking up at the top of this room, like Bronco seniors, and looking them in the eyes. You know, there's a bunch there on offense, and I'm truly happy that I was able to, you know, play well and do it for them.
You guys
approach that trick play.
One more time.
The pass. What did you think of the pass and the trick play?
Loved it. I loved it. When he called that play, I looked at Bates and I'm like, all right, dude. I'm like, just throw it. Just throw it. And it was beautiful. And then, man, it made me even more happy to see Wags have that one-handed catch. That was an awesome play.
What's kind of the mindset right now? You know, staying alive in the conference race, and I don't know if you know the teams you're rooting for to lose or what, but how are you guys kind of approaching staying alive? You know, with the win tonight.
Yeah, like I was saying to the Jay on the field, like our whole motto has just been taking it 1 week at a time. Don't look too far into the future. You know, obviously we did our part in winning, and now all we can do, we can root, sure, but all we can do is start on Utah State with a short week.
Another local kid, Seth, getting his first touchdown tonight. I mean, I know the Skyview BK rivalry, but you know, how happy were you to see that?
Oh, I was thrilled. I was thrilled. Once we jogged out there after I think it was a pick. And just looking up, and I'm like, oh, what's up, Seth? Like, let's go get you a touchdown, because he had an opportunity at the Eastern Washington game with me, didn't work. So I was thrilled this week.
Your biggest play of the game was a 42-yard pass to Cam Bates as well. Just, I guess, how was it making that connection, seeing like you has it perfectly spot on? Just run me through that play.
Yeah, so it was not against the ideal look for that shot play, which was tough, but. You know, at the end of the day, like, you're just playing ball, and I went 1-2, and I ended up going back to CM Bates in that little hole because they were running a cover 2, and just ripped it.
With the drops, what's the conversation like with you being, you know, the leader, QB1 now? Obviously, the drops were something that stood out tonight for you guys.
Don't matter. They really don't. Like, I'm still going to go back to them. That's what I was telling them. And once they dropped it, it's like, you dropped it, so what? Like, I've bounced a ball on the ground to you. Like, it goes both ways. It goes both ways, and it doesn't change anything on the offense. Sure, it sucks in the moment, but it's like I'm still coming right back to you. You're a playmaker. Ball's coming to you.
Part of being in your role, you know, like, being the backup QB, like, technically, I don't know when Max is coming back. You don't know when you're going to be in the spot again, right? Like, so when you look back, like, what are you going to remember about tonight?
Man, I think just at the end of the game, just seeing how many people truly support me. Just seeing how happy, like what you were saying about the seniors, having their possible last game on the blue, like going out with the win. Just that whole end of the game, high-fiving Bronco Nation and all the support from them. And like I said, I bet you another memory is about to come in here in 5 minutes when I go out and see my parents.
Go get them.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Max.
Well, as always, appreciate you guys' time covering our team, and thank you, Jesus, for the victory, man. We've been through some hard times. And we talked with our team prior to the week, man. Everything you want's on the other side of hard. And our team is not flinched, not listening to what people are maybe saying, just getting to work. And I'm proud of our coaches, proud of our players. Just continue to keep swinging and play a really good game tonight on the Blue. So proud of our team, man. That was a big-time win for us. We put a premium on protecting our home, and our players did that tonight. Senior night as well, man. We got a great group of seniors and guys that have been here for 5 years, some of them 6 years, and given everything for this team on the Blue. And be able to finish that the right way for our team is a big deal. And they deserve every bit of it. And so proud of our team. Really, in all three phases, we've shown growth. In all three phases, there are going to be things that we got to get fixed and we got to clean up. That's football. That's why we're coaches, and that's why our players are going to be excited to come to work. We got a short week coming up against Utah State, so we're going to flip this calendar really quick. Tomorrow is going to be a Sunday into a Monday quickly, and it's time to get working. And we got one promised game left, and we got to go fight our tail off to be our best next Friday. But proud of our team, man. Bronco Nation, as always, shows up. Packed house, awesome atmosphere. No matter what's going on, we do not take that lightly. And so, Bronco Nation, thank you so much for being there in a major way. And proud of our team finding a way to win.
You told us you're going to open it up a little bit. Obviously, you did that. What kind of led to that this week, and what did you think of kind of the more balanced attack?
Yeah, we went in the game learning a lot from the first two games that we played with Max and where our offense was, BJ, and just looked at what can we do to make sure we can attack a defense. We know we're going to run the football. That's a DNA part of who we are, but we want to be on the attack. We had some trick plays in the arsenal, and we wanted to air it out. And Max has had a really good week of practice. Our receivers trust him. Our coaches trust him, and he did a really good job tonight. So we got to be balanced attack, and I think we did a much better job of that tonight. There were some drops out there that honestly probably could even had more pass yards if we completed those. So we got to make our plays, but proud of the night Max had. Really, I'm proud of our offensive line did a great job tonight. We ran the football consistently. When we did want to throw, Max had a really good pocket back there. So proud of our offensive line, proud of the plan that our coaches put together. Our receivers, we've had some guys out, and our guys stepped up and made some big-time plays. Max threw that ball in the money. We had our Matt Lauder, Matt Wagner continue to be two of the better tight ends around. I think it was Sire Gaines' probably best game all season. Proud of him breaking tackles, making tough runs. Awesome to see Malik Sherrod get a touchdown on senior night, too, a young man that's been through a lot and we're really proud of. So as a whole, proud of what we did offensively. We left a lot of meat on the bone, too, with some of the mistakes we made, but we're going to learn from those. But proud of where we're going, and I think we're in a much better attack mindset offensively.
I know you had faith in Max, but just for his own psyche, how much was a game like tonight needed for him?
It's huge. I mean, now – in a good way, his confidence is through the roof, but we got to go back to work. I mean, that's how it is, and now it's making sure he handles the success the right way, but I'm proud of him.
I want to ask you about Max, too. Don't become, just be.
Yep.
Why was that the message to him, and how well did he embrace that tonight, I guess?
Yeah, me and Max talked maybe about a week and a half ago, and especially in the college football landscape when you become the starter and regardless of injuries and what it is, I didn't want Max to try to become anybody. I didn't want to become Maddox or become this new person. I wanted Max to be him because I know if Max is him, he's absolutely got enough talent and has the skill set to be successful. And everybody else has to step up. That's football, man. When someone gets hurt, carry the flag, next man up. And I'm proud of him doing that, man. I mean, just him out there. He was out there being Max Cutforth tonight. And that's what I'm so proud of. He's a great kid. He's a competitor. And seeing the week of practice he had, the command he's having of our offense, he was himself tonight. And we were really successful.
So I'm just curious, there seemed to be a spitting incident tonight with the quarterback. Just curious if you've got anything to say about what you saw and the incident itself.
Yeah, didn't see it live. Our players told me it happened because I was grabbing, in that moment, Jaden Virgin Morgan and a couple other guys. And then the refs came up to me after and told me that they saw it on the replay and that they're going to handle it, and we'll go from there.
So they didn't give any reason as to why they didn't give a penalty or nothing. They just said he'd handle it and left.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know obviously if the refs were able to see it in real time, I would assume that they'd call a personal foul, but they didn't, and they saw it later, and so they told me, so I'm sure there'll be repercussions for him when he gets back home. At least I would hope so. But, yeah, how you handle your business matters.
I remember Jeremiah Irby's first fall camp here. He created, so many turnovers, and I don't know, just what has it been these last few games, especially tonight, where it's like that guy. Like, I mean, 3 turnovers in one game is pretty wild.
Yeah, so proud of Jeremiah, man. I mean, a guy that I know at times has taken some criticism, but you look at the body of work he's had his senior year. I mean, bunch of interceptions, but even more than that, very consistent. Making tackles, really good coverage, tight coverage. He's also never missed a practice all season. Shoulder, ankle, hamstring, hip. Jeremiah Irby never misses a practice. Team guy. And so him going out on that field as a senior and having the performance he had tonight, he absolutely is deserving of that and's earned it with the work he's put in.
I don't want to forget to ask you this, Latrell. That seemed like a really scary moment there, and then he's up walking off the field. Like,
yeah.
What? I don't know. Can you tell us anything what happened there?
Yeah, I know he's in good place now. Obviously, he was on the sideline cheering on his team. He was in the locker room with our team after. I don't know where it is. I have not been updated by our trainers. I'm sure, obviously, concussion protocol with a short week. We'll see kind of where he is. But you talk about a senior, redshirt senior. Latrell Caples has done everything for this program. Man, had season-ending injury a few years ago that missed the entire season. Latrell Caples is a young man that this will always be home for him, and he embodies Boise State football with his blue-collar work ethic, and he had a bunch of big-time catches tonight. Obviously, my heart goes out to him. I know he's going to battle to get back healthy. I don't know where that is right now without talking to our trainers, but it was a scary moment because he's a warrior, and if he's down, something happened. And so, but I know he's in good spirits. He's walking around and looks good now, but we'll go through it.
I thought it was fitting. They did rule that a catch, so maybe his final catch on the blue actually was a catch or whatever. But as you guys were looking to maybe ignite the offense, he had 10 targets prior to that. Was that a goal to get him the ball, or was that just a byproduct of the game?
It absolutely was. I mean, we had a good talk as an offense. Okay, who do we need to get the ball to? Who are our weapons? And we went through some of those. Latrell Caples being one of the top ones. We got to get him the football. Screen game, pass, play action, whatever it is, we got to make sure we get our playmakers the ball. And I thought Coach Potter and our offense did a really good job doing that tonight.
The defense.
3 to 4 weeks is not a lot of time to grow as a Division I quarterback. Obviously, going back to Max, tonight he looked, on time, in rhythm, very comfortable, especially in the pocket. What can you say, just his ability to adapt from Fresno State until now?
Yeah, he's growing a ton. I mean, and he's been our guy. I mean, we haven't flinched in that, regardless how Fresno State went, regardless what happened in San Diego State. He's just continuing to grow and get better, build trust with his teammates, build trust with his coaches. Had a great week of prep, and he went out tonight and cut it loose. And we are going to build even on tonight, and I know he's even going to be better a week from now, as long as he handles success the right way. Because now, which is awesome, everybody's telling him how great he is and how great our offense is. We got to, yes, that's awesome. We're going to enjoy that tonight. But tomorrow, that flip a script, and it's all about Utah State and him growing. So proud of Max. I mean, he's done a really good job stepping up, and he's our quarterback.
Expecting Maddox to not be able to play against Utah State?
I don't expect Maddox to play. I mean, hopefully he can, but we'll find out more. But he's a warrior, and that was a big-time injury against Fresno State. So hopefully he's back. Sitting here right now, I don't see it happening. So Max is going to be our guy until Maddox gets back.
The defense faced some adversity tonight, giving up a touchdown on the first drive after those penalties, and then 2 quick touchdowns in the fourth quarter. But they seem to respond every time. How do you like those responses?
Yeah, the first drive of the game, those 2 personal foul penalties, we've had roughing the passer before, bang, bang play, can't happen. I mean, some of those plays, we're giving them free yards, and so that can't happen. But then we tightened it up and did a really good job for the majority of the game. Those last 2 drives in the fourth quarter are frustrating. We got to look at it and see why we let our foot off the gas and why that happens, because that's not acceptable here. But as a body of work, I'm proud of how our defense played tonight.
With the defense, the last couple of games, the run defense has been, people have been talking about it. 39 yards tonight, only 2.3 yards per run. Just what can you say about the run defense?
Yeah, big point of emphasis this week. We know on offense we needed to be on the attack, and defensively we need to stop the run, and we grew on that. And I felt like our front did a really good job resetting the line of scrimmage. We had some missed tackles late in the game and some missed fits, but I feel like our front took a big step this week, and we need to.
On the personal fouls, I think you noted recently that the defense always gave up the score after personal foul. I want to say that streak was broken today. Also had the the spitting incident where there wasn't any retaliatory personal foul penalty. I guess what can you say about the defense and their ability to keep their composure in some of those situations?
Yeah, proud of how our guys are growing in their response, right? We've been open about the fact prior to tonight, anytime we've given up a personal foul penalty, they've scored a touchdown defensively. Tonight we didn't. We were able to get a stop after one of them, and we have not had a personal foul after the play in a while, which I'm proud of our guys' composure. Even in that moment, shoot, man, when you get spit on, woof, that's hard. And I'm proud of our guys keeping their composure and making sure our team came around them and made sure they kept a level head to not make sure so it didn't hurt the team. So proud of how we're growing in our response, proud of how our discipline is growing. Obviously, it needs to always be a point of emphasis here because we've learned our lesson, but proud of that.
Here, how much are you paying attention to the rest of the scores in the Mountain West, and are you just trying to focus on what you do?
Focus on us. I mean, at this point, what's going to happen is going to happen. We dropped 2 games, and that's on us. What we do control is tonight, and I'm proud of our team handling it, and we got to go play our best game against Utah State. Whatever happens after that is up to the good Lord.
For the spitting incident, maybe a backwards pass, but they ruled it incomplete. Did you think about challenge that? Is that even challengeable? Or?
Yeah, so talked to the refs. I said, hey, I want to challenge it, and they said, hey, we reviewed it, and they already cleared it prior to the play, so we kept it moving.
My question was kind of asked.
Guess we go about Zion real quick. He's like experienced everything since he's been here, and like even in like his roommates, like some of those guys have been the ones that have transferred out and left, right? And for him, earlier this week he told us that like Boise State was the first one to show him loyalty, and he wanted to repay that loyalty. He just had arguably his best game of his career and finally got his first interception. How rewarding is that for you to see that all play out, I guess?
So proud of Zion, man. 5th-year senior, been through a lot of adversity. Took him a little bit to kind of really play and get on the field, and since he has, he's done a really good job. I was honestly shocked when the staff told me that was his first interception. I was like, really? Just because he's done such a good job for us in his time, so he deserves it. I mean, an unflinching competitor, a great teammate, and has been consistent and loyal part of this program for a long time, and so he deserves it. And I was so proud of him on senior night. Thanks, guys.